Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, who the world only calls God, and Yahweh Shah, who the world only calls Jesus Christ. Brothers, you might come with a quick exhortation through the spirit and power of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. It just, kind of was on my spirit to kind of go into this as brothers was reading this a little earlier. And, about Meek and being humble. A lot of brothers and sisters, man, don't know what that is, man. Even in the truth, man. All right? You got brothers who big-headed, because they could break down this and break down that, and because they got this X amount of, members in their camp, or they got this amount of riches, this much knowledge, understanding. Hey, the Lord give according to everything, man, first and foremost, man. So one brother shouldn't feel as though he's better or greater than a brother for certain things. Just because one brother can go into prophecy, right? Maybe know how to go into certain things better than the next. Hey, that don't mean that brother is greater than the brother, man. Right? So, I was kind of reading this, just examining the spirits that go on in the nation, man. It's a lot that goes on, but that's why self-examination is key. That's why you need brothers and sisters around you, who's not afraid to correct you, right? Who's not afraid to say, that's off, you going off, or sis, that's wrong. You shouldn't have did it like that. Hey, you need people around you like that, man. Because if not, hey, that's fake. Hey, I don't want fake people around, man. It is. You going off. And about like, yeah, that was mighty. Knowing damn well you just broke this, that, and that commandment, man. But a brother, hey, some brothers like that, man. Right? Kind of fear to face a man. Right? So, I kind of, want to go into this in the book of Ecclesiasticus, right? Chapter 3 and verse 17, right? In this book right here, it's also known the book of Sirach, right? But it's also, it's in the Apocrypha, right? It's included in the complete 80 books, right? Not just the 66, right, with the new and old, but, for those that may not know, right? So we're reading out of the book of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 3 and verse, I'll start at 17, right? And it's just to keep brothers and sisters in remembrance of this, man, right? The Lord said the meek is going to inherit the earth, man, right? You got to be humble, man, meek, right? So, let's get right into it through the spirit. This is, the book of Ecclesiastes 3 and 17 again. It says, my son, go on with thy business in meekness, right? And that could be anything you do, man. How you walk, right? Yeah, especially consider you supposed to be an example to others, man. Right? To those who you're around, maybe younger people in the truth, older, if you're a little older or whatnot, but it says, go on, my son, go on with thy business in meekness. So shall thou be loved of him that is approved, right? So, by you moving in meek and in a meek and cheerful, humble spirit, you'll be approved of people, man. Don't nobody want to. Not like we seeking to be approved by nobody, right? But nonetheless, that's part of having a good name, right? If you're known for the brother that's rowdy, that's just depressed all the time, or the brother that's a drunkard, right? That's all part of going to a good name, man. But nonetheless, continuing on, it says, the greater thou art, the more humble thyself, man, right? So, yeah, some brothers and sisters may get, start off in this truth, on a one-fold level, and then the Most High, raise them up to a 30-fold level, right? In less time than the next brother. One brother may be in the truth 10 years, and one brother been in 2 years, and, exceed in certain traits like prophecy, right? Maybe the law, or something, just using examples, more than that next brother, man. But that don't mean that brother is greater, right? I don't mean that brother greater because he got more knowledge and understanding than you, right? But, just because you have that's where it's discerned, like, yeah, all praise to the Most High, he gave me a spirit of prophecy. I could go into it a little deeper, right? But you want to be meek, man, humble, you don't want to, you brothers come to me for doctrine. Prophecy, y'all only come to me for that. You don't want to be around a brother or sister like that, man. Yeah, the Most High only dealing with me. You know, the Most High only dealing with me because he enabled me with the spirit of mighty prophecy. I can go deep into it, precept upon precept, the history. Hey, all these different... Hey, I want to be around a brother like that. Big-headed. You know? Big-headed brother, man. Knowledge puffeth up, man. Like it says in the book of 1 Corinthians, man. Right? But it says, continuing on, hey, we don't want to be around that brother, man. If you got this knowledge with understanding, it can make you greater in a certain aspect. But, hey, that should make you be even more humble, man. Dang, all praise the Most High. The Most High literally dealing with me on this level, you know, and be humble about it. Not, yeah, I'm the elect. And you got brothers or sisters, you got them kissing your shoes, man. Or making you stuff in wickedness, man. Oh, man, that's completely off, man. Right? Some camps say they damn, you know, I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. There's a lot of things going on in the body, in the nation, man. Right? Certain brothers being puffed up, man, over little things, man. You know? So, nonetheless, continuing on in this, it says, verse 18 again, it says, the greater thou art, the more humble thyself. Right? And then it says, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. Right? Because the Lord dealing with the meek, man. Right? The Lord is dealing with the meek. Let me get that in, so like here, Matthew, right? 5:5, I believe. Right? Come on. Matthew chapter 5 and verse, right. Come on, I'll start at 3. It says, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Right? It says, blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Verse 5 is the point. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Yeah, man. So the Lord said the meek is going to inherit the earth, man. Right? Not the proud, lifted up brother who got a little knowledge and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh shot and take it to his head and just blow it out of proportion, man. Right? You may have a lot of money, man. Brothers may boast in that. You see my cars. You see my Lambo. And the truth, you know, with a Lambo. The next brother got a 1921 Plymouth. And you got that? Man, you ain't on my level. I'm in the land. Hey, don't be that brother. You know, just using an example. But nonetheless, you don't want to be that brother or sister, man. The Lord is only dealing with the meek on the high level, man. Especially coming to the in righteousness sake. And they the ones who gonna inherit the earth. Thus said the Bible, man. Right? So we want to keep that in remembrance, man. Right? Gotta be meek, man. Like Moses, man. Right? The most meek man on earth, man. Right? I want to get that in Numbers, right? Let's get that in Numbers. Right? Let me get that in the book of Numbers 12 and verse so I'll get right to the point. Right, I'll start at the top, right? You know, about Miriam and Aaron, man, right? Speaking against Moses, you know. But so this is Numbers 12 from the top. It says, and Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married. For he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, had the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? So they kind of saying, hey, is the Lord only speaking and dealing with Moses? Right? Have we not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. Verse 3 is the point. And now, it's like it. Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. So, ain't nobody was as meek as Moses, man. And look at the position Moses was in, man. A very high position, man. Right? Essentially a king, man. Right? Ruler over the people, man. With Aaron being on his right hand, man. Right? At that time, man. And in the high stature that he in, the Lord said he was the most meek upon the earth, man. You know? So let's get that, you know, and show how meek he was, man. Even on in the number 16 with Dathan and Korah, when they rose up against him, hey, you know, they said they was finna smite him, and he kind of bowed his head to him, man. Salakia. You know? And they was in the wrong. They was trying to damn smite him, man. And the Lord killed them, man. Kind of opened the earth up on him, man. Let's get that real quick, right? Just because we was right there already. Right? But this is all going into being meek and humble, man. We gotta be meek and humble in these last days, man. Considering the time, seeing all hell breaking loose, man. What you got pride and all this these spirits on you for at this time? But it should be working on a Day of Atonement passed, right? Self-examination should be every day, daily, not just once in a lifetime. Not only on the Day of Atonement, it should be every day, right? So like, I want to get this in numbers, right? Chapter 16. This Numbers chapter 16, and I'm gonna start at verse. Okay, I'm gonna get right to it, right? I don't want to read the whole thing. So this is Numbers chapter 16 and verse number. I'll start at verse 10, right? So like it. So like it, King. I want to go right to the point, right? So like it. Okay, kind of Salakia. Right, Salakia. I want to get this preset real quick. I'm kind of driving, so Salakia, bear with me. Right. So this is. I'll start at 20. Right. I'll start at 20. Right. This is Numbers 16 and verse 20. It's escaped me. It should be right here in my face, but so I really want to start at kind of all praises. All right, I'll start at I'll start at the front of the top, right? It says, now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kahath, the son of Levi, and Dathan, and Abiram, the son of Elihib, and Un, the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men. So for butchering the names, right? But it says, and they rose up before Moses, and certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and Aaron, and said unto them, ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Wherefore then they they lift up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord. And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face. Yeah, so it passed me right up, it's in the beginning. Hey, Moses fell upon his face, man. Here it is, they come and saying, who you think you is, man, right? Hey, you take too much upon you, right? Hey, saying everybody holy, man. You're not the only one, man, right? Hey, they kind of was, trying to get on Moses, man. And Moses did what? And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face. Hey, he could have pulled out his sword, he could have did many things, man. But the first thing he did was fell upon his face, man. And then spoke kind words into them, man. Say, hey, guess what? The Most High gonna show, who's his heads and who is holy, man. Right? It's one of my favorite accounts, man. Right? Hey, he was gonna show. Hey, he said the Most High is gonna show who's holy and who is his, man. Right? Right. So but that just shows the level of meekness that Moses had, man. Right? He could have posted. So who I am. The Lord dealing with me, he could have kind of been, he could have took it there, but he stayed in the spirit and fell upon his face, man. Right? So let me get this in. Let's go back to that in it's all right, 3. I think kind of so like it. But yeah, nonetheless, going back to this in the book of Sarai, chapter 3 and verse 18 again, right? It says, the greater thou art, the more humble. Yeah, see, like in Moses knew he was in a high level, on the high level, man. He was literally chosen to literally bring the children up out of Egypt, man. Right? Literally, man. So, how much more knowing that state, that power that he had, and he humbled himself amongst his brethren, man, when they kind of going up and trying to get on him, man. And then told him, hey, guess what, man? The Most High gonna show who is holy and who is not, man. Who is even his. Right? Hey, that's how brothers should be, man. God knowledge and understanding. You don't gotta boast yourself up and damn think you damn Superman, super brew. That's how brothers act in the truth, man. You take the world and then with the truth and then kind of mingle it together a little bit. Hey, when Ephesians said, hey, we got to be, let me get that in the book of Ephesians chapter 4. All right, Salakia. Let's get that in Ephesians chapter 4. And, I mean, Salakia. Yeah, kind of, that's what I want, Salakia. Ephesians 4 and I'm going to start at verse... I'll start at verse Salakia. I'll start right at it, right? Verse 15, right? But 16 is the point that I really wanted, you know. So it says, from this Ephesians chapter 4 and verse number, I really want to get right to it, Salakia. Right? Salakia. 22. I'll start at 21. It says, I start at 20, Salakia, right? This is Ephesians 4 and 20. But ye have not learned so, Hamashiach, right? If so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him as of truth and as Yahweh Shai, that ye put off concerning the conversation of the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. And this is what we got to do, man. Put off that old man. Don't mix old wine with new wine, man. Right? And it's a challenge when we all working on this, man. If a brother say, you know, they not continually battling with the old man with well, that man's a liar, man. The truth is not in him, man. Right? Or a woman. Or a child. But nonetheless, we gotta keep moving forward to putting off that old man. Some brothers try harder than others. Some brothers just get beat up, man. You know, here it is. We supposed to be the demon's supposed to be the punching bag and we swinging on them, but it's the other way around, man. And we the punching bag to the demons, man. No, man, we gotta turn that around and conquer these demons, man. Lord willing, to the best of our ability in this flesh, man. Which we can do, but you gotta actually want to, man. Right? And the Lord gave us spirit over power over these demons, man. Right? We gotta have that control and take that, man. And really want it, man. It says that, verse 22 again, it says that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which at the Yahweh Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness. Right? That's what we got to do, man. And it's a challenge, but we got to make it happen, man. Being puffed up, being big-headed, thinking we somebody, that's not going to get us nowhere, man. Yeah, it may get you some carnal, what? Some fame, some likes on YouTube, on Instagram, right? Right? Hey, that may get you that, but hey, we should be seeking the kingdom and everything that come with that, man. That's our main goal, to seek after the kingdom, man, like Matthew 6 and 33 says, man. If we're not doing that, then what are we doing, man? Right? What are we doing if we're not doing that? So we got to move in the spirit, man. All right? Being examples to the men and women up under us, man. Right? Whether you in a congregation or not, man. People should know you by your fruits, man. By your ways, by your actions, man. Right? Let me get that in Jeremiah. All right. What all right, we gotta want that, man. Let me see if this is what I want. Also like it. Right? Gotta want that, man. You know? So I'm gonna get this in Jeremiah 17 and verse 10, right? It says, I the Lord search the heart, I try the reins, even to every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings, man. Yeah. So, the Most High gonna try and search you, man. See, okay, I gave this brother this not understanding he big-headed. Okay, I'm gonna take that from him and give it to the next brother and sister, man. The Most High can do that, man. He know how you gonna deal with it. First and foremost, he formed brothers and sisters, right? He gave us certain spirits, you know. He know how it's gonna be, just like Saul. He raised Saul up. He was mighty at first, man. Saul was getting in this thing, man. And then had the evil out of David, man. Right? And what the Most High do? Raise up David, man. So, the Lord can do that with us too, man. But us got to take that in consideration, man. You'll fall little by little, man. And next thing you know, You know, the Most High gave that spirit that you had and gave it tenfold to or 100-fold to the next brother, man, or sister, right? So we got to take these things serious, man, right? Let's go back to that in the book of Sirach, right? So the point of the matter is, man, don't let these things puff you up. Hey, don't be damn prideful and damn puffed up. Hey, the meek is gonna inherit the earth, man. All right, so like it. Let me get that in Sirach again. All right, so like it. All right. So Sirach 3:17. Again, I'm just gonna read it through. It says, "My son, go on with thy business in meekness, so that thou shalt be beloved of him that is approved. The greater thou art, the more humble. The more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. Many are in high places and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek." Right, so with that, we get all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Lord willing, is an edifying video. Lord willing, but it's, you know, making sure they examine themselves, making sure they moving in the right spirit, man. Right, certain things can puff you up, getting certain likes, getting certain followings. You know, these things can puff you up, but always remember the Most High dealing with the humble, man, and they the ones who gonna inherit the earth. With that, shalom.